another bit here, 342 damage. Hi guys, and welcome to NAFTA Review. I'm your host, Buddy1927. Today we are reviewing the Type 61 Tier 9 Medium Japanese tank. Now, this tank and the whole Japanese line tank, a lot of people don't like it, and mainly because it doesn't have armor. The reason why I like this line, and I'll tell you right now, the gun on this tank. These guns are very accurate, and the gun depression on this thing and gun the upward angle on this gun is actually awesome. I've gotten used to playing these tanks so well that when I hop onto another tank, I start cussing out because I don't have the gun depression like I do on the Japanese line, and you have to get back to playing without the gun depression. One thing I like about this tanks is it has the gun depression and the accuracy of these guns. Now, I did find this tank. This tank is actually a real tank, and I do have a picture of it and some information of this tank. Now, this tank is the Type 61 Japanese tank. Now, it started production in 1961 and continued producing up to 1975. They built a total of 560 of these tanks. It does carry a crew of 4, and it weighs 35 tons. Now, the hull on this thing is 55 millimeters thick all the way around, and the turret on this thing has 114 millimeters of armor. So you want to make sure that this tank is hull down, or at least the hull is protected on the tank. Now, it does come equipped with a 90mm L52 rifle cannon, and the top speed on this thing is 45 kilometers per hour. So that's the real tank. Let's take a look at the World of Tanks tank. And as you can see, this is the World of Tanks tank. It does have its NAFTA seal, but as you can see, it doesn't have my signature skull and helmet. And the reason why I haven't really decided if I'm going to keep a Tier 9 tank or not. So once I decide to keep this tank, I will put my skull and helmet and permanently camouflage this. It does have camouflage paint, but it's only the 30 days as I'm grinding through this tank. So hopefully, if I end up actually like this tank overall, I probably will keep it and permanently camouflage it and permanently put the skull and helmet on it. So, while you saw the real tank, let's bring up Tank Inspector and actually see what the hull is on the World of Tanks one. Now, right here, according to World of Tanks, it's 55 millimeters thick. And the turret on this thing is 70 millimeters thick. Now, there's one thing about the front hull on this thing. Let's see if I can. There we go. You can see the angle. The front angle on this thing is awesome. And if any of you have Tank Inspector, you know that if you put the cursor it's basically where a shell will hit it. Right now it's at 90 millimeters value of armor right there because of that slope. So you actually get a 35 bonus because of the slope of this armor here. Now, there's one thing. Remember, we got 55 up top and 70 here. We get to the side of this thing, it goes from 55 to 35. We have no armor on the side of this tank. Now, the turret has 60 millimeters of armor. And guys, it gets worse. On the rear of this tank, also known as the buttocks, it only has 25 millimeters of armor. So you want to make sure you don't get shot in the buttocks. And the rear turret has 35 millimeters of armor. So when you play this tank, you want to make sure you are hull down and you are not showing any of your hull, just your turret. And it's kind of hard to do this, but if you know how to play the tanks, it actually will work out a lot better. So that's the tank overall in Tank Inspector. Let's take a look at the research of this tank. And as you can see, it comes initially with a 9mm gun. The 90 millimeters gun, Type 61. It does fire 12 rounds per second, and the average penetration on this is 218, 275, and 45. The average damage on this is 240, 240, and 320. Now, the accuracy on this is 0.36, and the aiming time is 1.7. So, overall, that's not bad for a Tier 9 gun. But remember, you're in a Tier 9 tank. You're going to be in Tier 10 battles. So, you want this tank fully equipped when you're in Tier 10 battles. And this comes with a Tier 9 turret. Top turret is Tier 9. Top radio is a Tier 10. Top engine is a Tier 9. And the top suspension is a Tier 9. Now, let's go here. Let's go somewhere where we can see this a little bit better. Yeah, that'd be good right there. And I'm actually going to bring up the specs of this tank. Blow them up so you can see them a lot better. As you can see, you have 1,700 hit points, 35.4 to 38 tons is the weight on it, depending on what you got equipped on there. 604 engine on the horsepower, 47.6 kilometers per hour on the top speed. It comes with a 48 degrees per second traverse speed. We went over the hull and we went over the turret. Damage on this, now this is with the top gun, is 293 to 488. Average penetration is 194 to 323. You have 6 rounds per minute, 42 degrees on the turret traverse speed. Single view range on this is 400 meters, and we have 750 on the signal range. So that's not bad overall, guys. Now, since we went over all that, what I'd like to do is pull up the gun if I can, the top gun on this, and we'll go over that. Now, the top gun, I'll blow that up so you can see this a lot better. This is a 105 caliber millimeter gun. Now, it does half of what the Tier 9 in the rate of fire. It does 6 rounds per minute. But as you can see, the average penetration is a lot higher than it was initially on the Tier 9. And the average damage on this is 350, 390, and 480. 0.36 on the actually 100 meters. This is what I like about the Japanese tanks, is the accuracy of the guns. 2.3 aiming time on this thing, and it weighs 1,150. That's one thing you need to make sure that you know about these tanks in the Japanese line. The guns on these are actually halfway decent for a medium tank. It does do some power, and if you play them right, and I play this as a sniper tank, and I do use it as a scout from time to time, but mainly as a sniper tank. And if you get up on a ridge on certain these maps, they're not going to hit you, and because of the angle of this gun, you can actually back up to where they can't get a shot on you, but you still can get a shot on them. So the gun depression on this tank is awesome, and also the gun elevation. Now I do have this tank. I do have a clip of this tank in action. So let's take a look at this tank in action. I'll see you on the other side. Okay, guys, we're in my Type 61.
Let's go.
And we'll get it set up. So let's take a look at the map. We're on Live Oaks, and I'm actually ranked 3rd overall. That's not bad. Unusual for me, but it's not bad. We have a 44% chance of winning, according to XVM. So, what I'm going to do on this map is I got a sniper spot I like to set up when I'm on this side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed this up a little bit, and you can see the speed and the mighty warp drive of this tank as it goes up these hills and downs. It actually hugs the ground. And as you can see, we're at the sniper spot, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the mini map and I'll show you where I am at. I'm basically on K0 right here, and the reason why, because I kind of like looking over this section right here, because the tanks here, they're going to be these guys are going to be concentrated on these tanks and not concentrating on me. So that's why I like this spot. I can actually do some damage before I get there. There is one thing I'm going to stop right here and back out, and it's not letting me back out. There we go. If you go back, you can kind of use the terrain to get there, but if you go back, don't fall into the water. You will drown. So let's get back into the action here. So that's the only thing about that sniper spot. If you fall back, don't go too far back. Good hit there. 415. Come down to 75%. He did take out the light tank. So if you accidentally go back, don't go back too far. When you do, kind of go sideways, or you will drown. And I've done it a few thousand times. So, but it's a good spot if you can get it to where you are not being seen and they're concentrating on the other tanks. You can do a lot of damage here. Now we do have about 3 tanks going down the railroad side of the ridge, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay here and actually give them some cover. Now, I've been having problems in this game. I'm right on my target, but my ammo, I don't know where it's going, and I don't know what's up with it. It happens every once in a while. A couple of my shots where the vertical distance go down and my shot goes wild, and I don't know why. We get 3 tanks here, actually 4 tanks. I'm gonna move up here a little bit. I don't know, they scared them off and had them all go underneath the bridge. Nope, it looks like one's trying to come out here, a medium. So I'm going to see what I can do in the way of damage here. There he is. Another wild shot. But luckily I get a halfway decent reload on this gun. Good hit, 339. For a second hit. Another good hit, 342 in damage. So that's not bad. And that's why I like this gun. That's why I like this area, because they're concentrating on those guys there. I'm gonna let's make sure I keep under cover and hide behind that bush. I'm camouflaged. Yeah, I can't see me. Actually, I'm gonna move up. I'm gonna try to get up on that ridge, because what it looks like what these guys are doing are retreating down that river underneath the bridge. And once you get to know these maps and you see where the red dots are on the other side of the ridge, you got an idea where they're heading towards. So if I can get up on that ridge and take a look at where they're at, maybe I can shoot them in the buttocks while the other guys come around. And it looks like they're doing some damage. By the time I get up there, I think both those tanks are going to be dead. Score is 7-6 right now. Okay. Oh, he got him dead, but I got an SU just sitting there. And out, like again, my reticle didn't go down till after I fired. I don't know what's going on. Something got me. But I do. Now you see my reticle go down, and I actually get the target for 338, and the other tank took him out. Now it looks like it's just the 2 of us, and they did get the other 2 tanks that will bother them. You got a green tank that's sitting up here, and it looks like something took him out, but I'm going to actually cross this bridge. Let's get across as quickly as I can and actually use the building to actually hide me. Use that pile there, and hopefully nobody see me. I've yet been spotted. My little sixth sense hasn't gone off yet. So I'm going to use these trucks to cover my movement and that wall. And there we go. We got 2 SPGs, and it looks like a TD. Shoot, and you notice that reticle didn't go down until after I fired. I don't know what's going on. This has happened a couple times. Maybe I'm just shooting too quickly, not letting the reticle get a chance to go down. Okay, there we go. We got that SU. I hit him. I knock him down to 2%. You gotta be kidding me. So I gotta actually track him and hit him. That's good. I'm going to take him out with another shot. That was my first kill of the game. We got this TD here. I'm using the auto lane, and I'm concentrating on the TD. I'm not concentrating where I'm going. And guys, I found that with it. I missed. Yep, I found the edge of the map, and I just ran into it, and I'm like, oh crap, I gotta get out of this. Luckily, he's a front-turning gun, so I hit him there, I hit him hard, and it looked like I either took out his engine, because he's not turning, and I shoot him, and my teammates kill him. So, that was a victory, as you can plainly see. So overall, that's not bad. And as you can see, on my personal score, I did receive 43,821 credits, 1,198 research points. That's not bad for a tier 9 in a medium. That's not bad at all. I fired a total of 13 shots with 9 hits, 69.23% hit ratio. So that's not bad at all, in my opinion. Now, some other people will probably say, "Yeah, you suck." Well, I don't care. Okay, the team battle overall, I did place 3rd overall, so that's not bad. I did 2,658 damage, one with 1 kill. Now the top guy, he was in the WTPZ, and he did 28 with 2 kills. And as you can see, the damage overall was spread out pretty good. And for a team that was supposed to lose, we actually did pretty good. Now let's go on to the next one. And here we go. This is the final score. And I fired a total of 13 with 9 direct hits and 8 penetration, 2,658 damage. I received 1 hit, 1 penetration, for a total of 750 damage. So I actually did more damage than I received. So that's going to help my stats a lot. I was credited for spotting 1 vehicle. I did damage a total of 5, killing 1, and actually did damage due to your assistance of 471. I traveled a distance of 2.13 meters, kilometers, sorry. And I received 43,821 after repairs and ammunition resupply. I received 20,130 credits. I'm in tier 9, guys. I'm actually making a halfway decent credit. That's not bad. Now, as you can see, this was not a ×2. So I received 1,198 research points and 58 free experience points. So overall, I made my credits and I made my research points. I am trying towards the tier 10 on this tank, so that helped me out a lot. And I still got a lot of grinding to do right now. I have 237 million credits to go, so I got a lot of time, a lot of grinding on this tank. So I hope you like this review of the Type 61. Now, if you have any comments about the review, just leave it down below in the comments area. If you like this video, please like us on YouTube. And if you like to watch other reviews or stuff like that, or want to know when my next OTC or NAFTA review or NAFTA film comes out, just go ahead and subscribe to our channel. An email will be sent out to you, and it'll let you know when we've updated our videos. I'd like to thank you again for watching NAFTA review. You all have a good day, and save some tanks on the battlefield for me.